Welcome, this is Shakti Carola Nevran, and I'm sending you greetings from Maui. So I do most of my work online, and I want to talk today with you about the upcoming new moon. It's a really nice one because it's in Leo. So in general, I want to talk a little bit about what astrology can do for you and what the forecasts can do. So I'm what we call an evolutionary astrologer. So I look at everything in your chart from the perspective of the evolution of your soul. So when we look at the zodiac, at the birth chart, it's a symbolic system of the potentials, challenges, and the skills and the potentials available to us in this lifetime. So when we do forecast readings, there are kind of activations of who we are based on the map, based on the blueprint of our birth chart. So if you really love astrology and you want to get deeper into it, you need to know your birth chart. So you have either a reading with somebody or you pull together little bits and pieces from everywhere. But it's really helpful when I present to you these forecasts and what's happening in the heavens right now, if you know where that is happening in your chart. So I'd like to invite you to go to my website, Moon Astrology Reading, if you want to check me out further, and you can get your free birth chart there in combination with what I call a love stone report. So I'm an expert who has written a book, Jewelry Gems, about for self-discovery, about gemstones and astrology, and how you can use gemstones in order to balance certain areas of frictions in your personality. So if you sign up for your newsletter, you get all that for free, and I can keep you in the loop for the forecasts. So I do a weekly forecast on Facebook, same place we're doing this here today. And I do the new moon, the full moon, Mercury retrograde, things like that. So if I have you on my newsletter list, I can keep you in the loop. Okay, so why are you here? What is your deeper interest in astrology? So I really like to open the door for you to tell me and get back to me what you really want me to talk about. So it's kind of weird talking into this empty space there, that screen. So I really need to know there's somebody out there who appreciates what I'm doing, and I will always get back to you, I promise. So if you have questions, you want to take things deeper, you can find me and leave me messages under the video for throughout the week. Okay, new moon, moon astrology. Moon astrology talks about those very fast-moving celestial energies. The moon is going through the zodiac once a month, so it goes every couple of days, a little more through each sign. And even if it's happening fast, it's kind of strong in the moment. And in that waxing, 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 full moon, waning, 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 there are those stronger moments in time when there are portals opening into our own inner unconsciousness at certain times. For one, the new moon and the full moon are those very powerful places, but then also if that touches something in your chart, like we have the new moon coming up in Leo, Venus will be in Leo as well. So we have Sun, Moon, Venus in Leo, which is a strong emphasis on what the sign of Leo represents. So if you have in your birth chart any planets in Leo or in other fire signs, you will really feel like the wind is in your back, the forces are with you. So that's good to know. So the new moon in general is a new beginning of the moon going around the zodiac, starting with Aries. The archetypal zodiac starts with Aries. So wherever the new moon is, there is that sense of it starts in that sign, and it's about having a new start with what the sign symbolizes. So Leo is the second sign of fire in the zodiac. Leo is all about the king and the queen in us. Leo is about self-expression, creativity, being comfortable out there on the stage of life. So a new moon in Leo brings in more passion, more fire, more ability to take a chance and to really reach out for those visions and dreams you have, and we all have them. So the new moon kind of has a stronger punch than just the moon going through a sign, because it's a new start from the place of Leo, and then the new moon, it's going to be in the opposing sign. So let's see. The new moon is happening August 2nd at 11 degrees Leo at 1:44 p.m. So you have to recalculate it depending on where you are on the planet. So we could say it's all about feelings and your passion and your ability to be self-conscious, because that's what the sun in our chart is really representing: our sense of self, our self-identity, consciousness, and how we create from that set point in our life. So I strongly believe, and see it every day with my clients, that we create our outer life according to our inner life, to that inner set point of consciousness. And if we are able to create our own life according to those inner set points, really depends on our state of consciousness, how self-conscious we are. So I see somebody is there. Say hello to me, leave me a comment so I know who's there. So the sun in your birth chart represents your point of self-awareness and identification and consciousness. So for all of us, the sun, the new moon in Leo, with the sun in Leo, is impacting all of us with a consciousness of that more expressive way of being in the world. Sharon, hi, good to see you. Thanks for being here with me. It's always hard to do a live call and nobody is there. So anyway, so the outer life always reflects the inner life, and it depends on how self-conscious we are. If we are able to express the celestial potentials on what I call the high level of potentiality and manifestations, or more the low end of possibilities. So my whole point with doing this forecast is to get you more aware and in the flow of having better choices, because you know about what the choices are available for you. So so with the new moon, it's all about really stepping up, being passionate, trusting yourself, daring life. So it's a wonderful time of the year with the sun in Leo. We also have the Venus in Leo. Venus is the goddess of love, harmony, and beauty. So Venus points towards what we are looking for in intimacy, what we need in order here. Okay, seems to be back. So Venus in the birth chart really tells us a lot about what we're looking for. And okay, here we're back. So Venus in Leo is really about stepping into that consciousness of being the queen and asking for what you deserve. So that's what the Venus in Leo wants us to teach, to step into that sense of self. So these comments back there, that's my cat, who is the queen of the house. So she obviously feels in the flow here. She's a part Siamese, and they're talkers. So Okay, so we start out with those new possibilities to be more expressive, more conscious about our gifts and what we have to share with the world. Also, this is very emphasized with planet Mars, who stepped into Sagittarius a few hours before the new moon. So Mars, warrior. Mars is really about passion. Mars is really about taking action steps towards the goals and dreams we have. So this happening so close to the new moon and happening in a fire sign and happening in a trine to the new moon in Leo really gives you the ability to do something about your dreams. And I'm a firm believer that the dream comes first, the desire is the first step, but then we do have to take action. We need to take the steps A, B, C to get to D. So Sharon shares your Venus is in Taurus. All right. So another thing I wanted to point towards is that Saturn finally is going to turn direct. It's still in Sagittarius, but it's turning direct at 10 degrees in Sagittarius, August 13th. So Saturn has been retrograde since March 25th. And since then we had the chance to revisit areas in our life around beliefs, goals we had. So any planet going retrograde is kind of revisiting places it has been before, and revisit something we already have dealt with usually gives us a better chance to deal with it more high-end in a better way. So many of us astrologers have been talking throughout the year about the Saturn squaring Neptune, and that is still kind of closely happening. It's going to get stronger in September, so we're going to revisit this. But right now, the main Saturn action is that it finally turns stationary and direct again, which means that a lot of things we have been incubating, moving around, this chemical process inside, now we're ready to bring it out into the world. So we can tell everything we have discussed so far is really about expression, doing something, connecting with our passion, and getting a lot of backwind from the universe. So, all right, get ready with your questions here. I'm just looking if I haven't forgotten anything. Okay, Sharon, are there more? You ask about solar flares. I'm not an expert about solar flares. With my research I have done about it, it seems like it does have a strong impact onto our consciousness and our energy body. But I don't know really enough specifics to feel comfortable to teach about it. So I'm kind of researching it myself. But I know there is a big connection to how we react, how we feel, because the sun in the heavens is symbolizing consciousness and the center of the solar system. And all the other planets have to revolve around the sun. So the sun in us represents that center as well, and how we connect with everything around us. So the solar flares kind of bring in those interruptions and that strengthening of those interruptions in consciousness. So depending on where we are in our process, I believe that can be a good thing or it can be a challenge. So you want to watch it for yourself. Okay, so Taurus, you said you had your Venus in Taurus. So that is depending on in which degree it is. It's kind of squaring the Venus in Leo, where it is as a transit. So you might feel invited to evaluate your your notions and values you have with your own Venus in Taurus. Your Venus in Taurus talks about what you need in a relationship is security. You need somebody who's committed, somebody who is grounded, somebody who walks his talk or her talk. So Venus in Taurus is not one for one-night stands. So Venus in Leo more so. There's more the sensuous expression and wanting to have fun and experience joy and juiciness in our life. So there might be some tension here for a short while. That maybe somebody is knocking at your door, inviting you to be more playful and more outgoing than you would usually be with the Venus and Taurus, which kind of plays it more on the safe side. Okay, Venus 28 degrees, so it's at the end of it, so you will go through that square, but the new moon won't be squaring your Venus, so it's not as strong and powerful then. Okay, so any other questions, my dear? I know people have asked last time for the weekly forecasts, which I do on Sundays. What are the gemstones for it? And I talked a little bit about it in the beginning, that I'm this expert who works with the healing powers of the gemstones to balance individual challenges in the chart. So that way we can support ourselves with those general forecasts and transits as well. So I would say for the new moon in Leo, what would be a wonderful stone is the citrine, or the golden garnet, or the yellow diamond, or diamonds in general, or crystals, crystal quartz. And I personally love very much the double terminated crystals, like this one, it's a Herkimer diamond, or like this one, which is a phantom double terminated crystal. So whenever you have double terminated crystals, they're kind of balancing, because they have a plus and a minus, and they're kind of in one piece. So whenever you carry a stone like that in your energy field, it will help you balance between the first chakra and the crown chakra, between the heavens and the earth. And the strongest balancing point for that is in the heart, because the heart is kind of the middle chakra. So double terminators are wonderful ways to balance and experience that peaceful centeredness. The yellow gemstones are all Leo gemstones, all connecting us to the sun energy, and they all have this aspect of being an antidepressant stone. It's a stone who connects us with our own solar plexus chakra and center, and brings us into our own power and self-expression. And this is what the new moon is about. So if you have any of the stones laying around or in a piece of jewelry, this is the week to get them out and play with it. So if you want to find out about gemstones, in my book, Jewelry and Gems for Self-Discovery, I have over 60 stone descriptions and how they relate back to the planetary principles, so you might enjoy looking things up there. In general, you could say that whenever you bring a gemstone into your field, it will do something to your energy body. And if you want to know something, what the stone potentially can do for you, you can either put it on your third eye and meditate with it. That will bring up certain emotions and feelings and pictures. So that will guide you. Or you can go through the rainbow, which is connected to the chakras. So that way we know that black and red is connected to the root chakra, white stones are connected to the crown chakra, yellow stones are connected to the power chakra, and so on. So it gives us kind of a general guidance how we can support ourselves. So yellow and white stone, it is for this week. Oh, you even have a Herkimer diamond. Not many people have actually heard about it. So it's I love Herkimer diamonds. They're so special, because if you can see the Herkimer diamond, the endings, the plus and minus, are almost sitting together. while a normal double terminator, it has kind of this belly. So that's why the Herkimer diamond is so much stronger and powerful in bringing together the opposing forces and integrating them with each other. And we're living in a world of polarity, so whatever we can do to help to balance out those opposing forces, I believe, is truly helpful. Okay, a crystal ball, aqua gold. Okay, I don't know about the aqua. Does it mean it's gold or it's a turquoise color? So anyway, the gold, the yellow is really the color ray you want to work with this week to really support your own creativity and take a chance and step out on the stage of life. So that's what I would wish for you this week. So please connect with me, let me know what you want me to talk about in these videos, if you like the gemstone angle, and join me on our Sunday call, and I will see you wherever I will see you. Okay, aloha.